So I found out today that there was more than just blue and white collar.
Yeah, there's like 7 or 8 of them. I think it was like pink, black, green, gold,
Gray.
new,
New collar?
new collar.
I don't know that one.
I didn't know it either.
So we know blue collar is like your construction guys, your trades people. But then it breaks down to like
There was like police officers and firefighters.
that's gray collar.
I think it was gray. Then there was the black one was a little bit confusing.
That was mining and
That it was like it was literally like mining worker and IT support or something like that.
which is
It's
odd.
2 different things.
Green collar is your solar guys,
Yeah.
environmentalist. White collars obviously your inside.
Now here's the thing though.
Admin.
With green collar, would farmers be included in that?
You would think. What about gold collar?
Those are your like masters at what we do. That's us, obviously.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep. So there's more than just blue collar, white collar. I'm in blue collar, white collar sales versus service, that kind of thing. And now, just like everything else, everybody has to create 17 other different things.
Yeah.
Like, how many genders are there? There's 2. But now there's a
You were
million.
opening up a can of worms
No, I know.
that I do not want to get into.
There's 2. Okay. Only 2. But anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, my name's Jeremy.
And I'm Austin.
And this is Kraken Off The Clock, episode 14. That's right, 14. All right, so like, subscribe, comment, whatever.
Share to your friends. if
Give
you
us
have
feedback. Any questions you guys got? We really talk about blue collar, the true, actual, real blue collar life, more or less here in the state of Florida. I'm sure I'm going to get some hate mail on what I said in the opening,
You'll be
but
all right.
we kind of get hate mail no matter what we talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
There's
They hate us because they ain't us. And I'll say it every episode.
It's nuts. It's absolutely. You know what else is nuts is the heat. I keep saying that, and I know I've gone over it over and over and over, but it's. I mean, it was a heat index 113.
Yeah, it got up to 113. And that was just this week too. I don't know if we're like right in the middle of like the hottest part of the year, but autumn needs to hurry up.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
Like I'm to the point where I'm okay with being shiver me timbers.
with it being cold out.
Yeah.
But we got the Freightliner up and on its own, running on its own this week, which Jeffrey's doing pretty good out there, I think.
Yeah, he's doing really good. And I can't really get upset about anything because of, it's the same mistakes that I went through coming up and, getting my own stripes added. And I can't get mad about it because it's the same thing.
He's going to have a lot of questions as he goes, but...
And he does, and he's getting better at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've told him, and he's using it to his advantage, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Call us anytime.
Yeah.
He does call at the most inconvenient times.
It's never a convenient time, I think. We made fun of, where I'd put my phone on a track or, magnetize it to the side and start crawling underneath the machine, and then the phone rings.
Yeah.
And it's like, it happens even today. I mean, I'm fielding hundreds of calls a day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Night work has picked up significantly. We had a pretty bad one. Bad enough where I'm going to say this loosely, the hazardous materials team came out, but I think it was hazmat from the fire
I was
department.
going to say it was something. I don't know if it was hazmat.
I think it was just a regular
directly.
engine.
Yeah, I think it was, and battalion chief.
But so this bucket truck,
What kind of bucket truck?
it was a Ford F-550 bucket truck. It was stuck up in the air and blew its main supply. And, of course, the ground crew thought they can get it down and out of the intersection. So they ran the tank dry by operating it and not switching levers and killing that one signal. So when I got out there, and it was like, when I first got out there, it was like 11 o'clock at night. And there was a mess
Yeah.
of oil everywhere.
But like that's why we wanted to do this podcast was so that way if people have questions about that stuff,
Yeah,
like what do you do in this scenario? People aren't going to know
we can
to
answer.
not operate it,
Yeah, to
right?
just stop.
People are immediately going to freak out.
So same equipment. So I did the repair, right? And I told the operator, turn the PTO on, let's test it. Well, the hose is so degraded that it just did not hold the repair. So it exploded on me, like physically on me. And I was blocking it from hitting traffic. I was soaked from collarbone to my shoes. Inside my shoes were filled up with oil. And I'm screaming at the ground crew saying, kill the PTO, kill the PTO. And they just were like, we're not going to do that. So I had to get down, let it shoot into traffic, and turn the PTO off. I was so mad.
It's completely different seeing, I guess you would call them a company,
Yeah.
how different the day crew is from the night people.
The night people are
Those guys.
a lot more chill. A lot that I'm being nice. A lot. I mean, the night. So your night crews are interesting because they'll call you for just the random stuff in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
But it's the middle of the night for you. But for us or for the night crews, it's a normal work day.
Yeah.
So you'll get called in and it's like, this could have waited. This is not an emergency. Why is it 3 a.m? And you're calling us, but hey, keep calling us.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
The night calls have been coming in strong. The day calls have been coming in strong. I mean, we are at peak, I think, peak capacity. I mean, I'm very little. Are you guys doing sales out there? You guys are running gun into service like crazy all over the map too.
It's very exciting. It did get a little bit overwhelming at one point when you had to take the Freightliner out.
Yeah.
Not overwhelming to where I couldn't manage it or anything like that, but it really boiled down to crap. That call is so far away from me right now.
Yeah.
That's where it kind of sucked.
Well, Lake County is so large that when we're both in Lake County, I'll be up on the top corner, he'll be down in the bottom corner, and it's like we'll call each other, and it's like, oh, you're an hour and a half away from me.
Yeah.
And we're in the same county. I mean, that's how big the county is. So, but it has been easier now that we have 2 trucks out there. It has been easy to take the load off you.
No,
I
100%.
said load.
God.
Load.
That he said in episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. I'm a child at heart.
No, but it has been a lot better. That's kind of where my bread and butter is managing people.
Yeah.
And being able to manage Jeffrey, he's very optimistic in every aspect between, Dustin's side with cylinders and my side with the mobile stuff. It's been nothing but great with him.
Yeah.
We'll keep adding as the day goes on. And it's funny too. Because I'll tell people, yeah, the bread truck's out, and they'd be like, oh, how many vehicles is that now?
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, again, we've been the hydraulic side for 4 or 5 years solid, and just give us another 5 years and see where we're going to be.
yeah,
We're just growing, and it's. I mean, people are telling me almost daily that this shop and that shop and this big box company and that big box company can't assist, can't help, can't do the job, can't. That's all I hear. And I'm like, bring it. We have a BMW Z4 convertible top cylinders on the table, if that tells you. I mean, yeah.
Even like manufacturers, when I went to go look at that elevator, those elevator cylinders, manufacturers like, yeah, we don't do repairs.
Yeah.
We don't do maintenance on these.
And no one will touch it because it's not quick and easy.
Yeah.
A lot of companies out there want the quick and easy.
Yeah.
A lot of mobile companies out there want it quick and easy. And I'm like, that's great. And that's awesome. If you can do the quick and easies, that's wonderful. But I like to tell you, and I've told Jeffrey and Dustin, you got to take the O-ring job as much as you got to take the $10,000 job. You
no, 100%. Like as upset as I get when I get there and it's literally just an O-ring, it's like, I get it. It's okay.
But they
is what
called
it
you.
is. Yep. That's
It's an expensive
where I'm okay
O-ring.
with it.
It's an expensive
Oh
O-ring.
yeah, it is.
I mean, for what it is. I mean, I went out on a night call to Universal Studios, and it ended up being a smack with a hammer and a chisel, and that was over $1,000 to do that. So, but it's the expertise and the knowledge that we bring to the table that we can not make a huge lake in the middle of an intersection.
Yeah.
That was nuts. How many bags of kitty litter was poured out there from the fire department? And it was crazy.
Yeah. I was gonna say we laid out the kitty litter bags, and then the fire department came in and did more.
And it still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I mean, the next day I went by there and huge stain in the road. So,
But I noticed they seemed very bored because they even poured kitty litter on where the van was.
the condensation from the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
And I even told them, I said, that's condensation from the AC. And they're like, we're still pouring kitty litter on it. And I'm like,
go
do
for
you,
it,
man?
buddy.
More to shovel. You do you. But it's been a blessing. I'm not going to complain. It's been hectic. I'm trying to get some things done here at the shop while these guys take care of out in the field. So it's been crazy.
Yeah, things have more systematically been going into play a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does help considering we all know each other and we've known each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
But I mean, the same thing would go for anybody that ever decides to either come to Kraken, get employed with us, or wants to do work with us also. Like, we're going to treat you the same way, and I hope everybody understands that too.
Cohesively, we have to work as a team. If you're not a team player, you do not join the team.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You have to be a team player. If someone's, not 100% during the day, the rest of us have to pick up the slack. Or if they're overwhelmed and they're at 110%, but they really need to be at 150%, that's kind of impossible to ask from somebody. So we have to step up and allow that extra, because we like to go above and beyond for all of our customers. We just, everyone will complain about the bill and all that. That's old news, man. Everyone will complain, but no one will complain about our expertise and our experience.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It was coming to a point where I would complete a job. I couldn't say anything to anybody. I got to go to the next one.
Yep.
It was like, love you guys, mean it. I'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
I'll call you something.
And they understand that.
Yeah.
There's time to joke, smoke and joke, and then there's time to get down.
Yeah.
Get down with it. And we're filling up the tanks a lot more because they're doing a lot more driving. They're all over. You were in we had Groveland, we had down
Castleberry, Lake Mary, Sanford.
Yeah.
I mean, Claremont.
Just recently Port Canaveral.
Yeah.
It's all over the map. So again, it's a blessing, an absolute blessing. But that's blue collar life, though. You got to roll. It comes in waves. No matter what trade, I'm pretty sure all trades are the same. Like your AC guys. Your AC guys are busy during this time of year. But come January, February, March, not so busy.
Yeah.
It comes in waves. So right now we're surfing the wave at the top, and come November, December, when it washes out, we go down in that bottom valley. We just have to prepare for it.
Yeah, I understand that it's hot and everything like that. But here's my thing though. If I'm going, I don't care where you work, inside, outside, underground, in the air, wherever.
Yeah.
If I say hi to you, please don't grunt at me. That's the weirdest. That's the weirdest thing. So I was at Lowe's. We were getting, I was getting mulch, and it was an employee. Bear in mind, I probably shouldn't have said the company, but it is what it is at this point. Guy was sweating. I was also sweating. We're both outside. I loaded a lot of mulch and some rock, and I said, "Hey man, what's up?" All right.
But it could flip. It could be like, "Hey man, what's up?" Man, I'm doing great, man. The family's great, and they get into a long conversation. You're like, dude, I was just kind of.
But like, I was in the mood for that. If I'm audibly like, "Hey man, what's up?" I'm in the mood. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. If I just look at you and just do one of these, okay.
Yeah.
But to just be like a caveman,
Maybe he was a caveman.
I mean, I'd get it. He was pretty old. Like he
Jeez.
wasn't old to where like he's one of those that opens his mouth while he's driving and keeps it open
Yeah.
kind of deals. But he was old enough to function.
Yeah.
But like that's everywhere. Like I even asked Slade and stuff. I was like, "Do you grunt at people like as a
He grunts at
greeting?
me.
Why do you grunt at him?"
No, I mean, I said like every once in a while. I guess it depends.
It depends on the mood that he's in.
No, I mean, I don't do all that. But it's like, if I don't feel good and like my throat's clogged up, then it's like, ugh. But it's like, normally it's not.
That's weird.
It's well, I mean, you're also I mean, not in your story because the gentleman was
He
much
was
older, but the younger generation, I personally feel that their communication skills are next to none.
It's awful. I'll even go to tool stores. I'll keep it there. And like they normally do their greeting, welcome to wherever. I'll walk in and be like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
And literally they'll be on their phone at the counter,
yeah.
not saying anything. It's like, okay.
I took a call from a professional today in the insurance world,
Are we
and
gonna air quote that?
yeah,
Okay.
and he was. I'm gonna keep it nice. I'm gonna keep it PG. He was a straight jerk on the phone, just an absolute jerk.
I always are.
And I got done with him. I hung up, and I'm like, man, if I ever heard anybody in Kraken talk like that to a customer, I would yank him to the side and be like, "You all right?" I mean, when you're working trade or you're working blue collar or something like that, attitude is everything in this business. Attitude and communication.
Yeah.
I mean, you like I told him when you go in front of a customer, if you're happy and not like too much, not like like a clown, but you're happy and you're energetic and you're positive, they're gonna want you to come back.
Well, and that's been my thing too. Like, there's been a lot of customers or superintendents that have been at site that I can tell, like, if I had negative energy, they were not going to have a pleasant
I'm not going to
experience.
mention site names,
Oh,
but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
We went to a site and the superintendent came out and never met us, never nothing.
I think
And
we talked about this in one of the episodes.
did we? And
I
he
think.
yelled at us through the window of the truck before we even got out. And it's like,
I could have changed that guy's day.
now,
Yeah.
but not then.
I mean, knowing what I know now and stuff like that,
Yeah.
seeing how like construction sites work and everything like that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, you never know. I mean, usually when we show up as hydraulic mobile mechanics, we're showing up to somebody that's having a bad day.
Yeah.
And they're not fuzzy and rainbows and glitter. They're darkness and, rain clouds. So we got to kind of pour it on them a little bit and try to make them have a better day.
Yeah.
I always say if I can leave the customer smiling, laughing, in a positive attitude, by the time I leave, they'll always call you back.
Yeah. I think that guy just overall was miserable.
I mean, there are miserable creatures out there. There are miserable creatures.
Because like even when we came back, because we did another, it was a quote on something else, wasn't it?
out there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had to take their class or whatever.
yeah, the safety class.
That was a waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just common. So on bigger construction sites, you got to take a safety class to get a sticker. I don't know if that helmet has stickers on it.
That
might.
might.
It might have stickers on it. Yeah, so that's my SGL sticker. So usually you have personal stickers on it, but your site stickers are on helmets, and that tells the safety directors and of course the GCs and the superintendents that you went through their training, and it's all the same training.
My thing is, though, I'm okay with that. I completely understand why they do it, because some people obviously don't know certain things.
They have to put labels in order to not eat the crayons.
Correct.
Yep.
that brings me to another thing that I need to talk about. I understand that stuff, but you guys should, any bigger companies that are watching this or might be watching this, you should probably check the people that are doing those classes and see how much they care about it.
They
'Cause
don't.
Not even a little
They're
bit.
pressing skip and next as fast as they can to get that through so you can sign that paperwork and get your sticker.
It's comical.
It's that one. I mean, should have been a 45-minute class that took less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yep,
awful.
you should know that. Yep, you should know that. Yep, you should know that." And I'm like, "Do you, boo? This is for you guys." It's
Yeah.
kind of like a PO number, right? So PO numbers are not for us. PO numbers are for the company that's having us do work for them, right? Did you know that? So a purchase order number is something that company can slap a number on saying it was approved. This is your PO, and they have a paper trail going to it. Without the PO, you can't invoice. So these safety stickers are for the company. So if you want to press skip and next, you're not going to get anybody to argue.
New sticker on my helmet sounds cool. I don't care.
He likes stickers. He likes stickers.
It's what it is. I don't care. No, what's actually funny is I was watching, because I'm looking for a new EDC pew pew. And I'm watching a bunch of different videos and stuff like that on different ones, and I've narrowed it down. But there, apparently, Canic, on their firearms, it says, will fire if there's no magazine.
Of course.
People don't know that.
Oh.
So this guy, he's pretty funny. I forget his name. He's on YouTube, but he was making his own brand and stuff like that for firearms or for pew pews. And he's gonna put on all of his guns, do not consume.
Okay. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Listen, with stuff like that, take a safety course. Just like motorcycles, take a safety course. I know I sound old when I say that, but it's true.
Yeah,
If you're that
things can happen.
unknowledgeable about something, reach out, take a course. Just see. So I had a customer come in, I think it was yesterday, and cool guy, very cool guy. And we were talking. He was just like in awe of the motorcycles, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to be in an MC, and I did this, I did that, but I don't do it anymore." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "That's that." He knew what he was looking at, and I was like, "All right, man." He's like, "Yeah, we used to ride out here, we used to ride out there." I'm like, "Used to?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw my brother get killed on a motorcycle, so I sold all my bikes that day." And I'm like, "Okay, well, that ended on a sad
Very
note,
negative
very
quote.
morbid note." But he's like, "Just ride safe," and I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." He kind of took the wind completely out of my sales and conversation.
No, I mean 100%. I mean that goes with anything that you do. You leave the house, there's a chance that you could die. You stay in your house,
That's
there's
true.
a chance that you could die.
yeah,
I mean, to be honest with you, but it's just a matter of, how or what you want to do.
another company pulled up today, and he had a story of stories today. He's like, because he was dripping buckets too, and I was like, "You going home?" And it was like 2 p.m. He's like, "I'm going home," and I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "Let me tell you what happened this morning." I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "So we're at a new job site. It's all woods, dirt road, power lines going over the road." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "We were unloading a 480 Hitachi excavator, big excavator." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "The operator was coming off of the lowboy, and he was going off backwards. And when it hit, it sprung up like this, where it like rocked back.
Yeah.
The arm touched one of the high voltage power lines,
Oh,
and it boom. And it was the weight of the 480 was able to pull off the cable,
Yeah.
but the operator couldn't see what happened. Everyone heard of like a gunshot that went off, but they didn't know. They thought it was a tire popped. So they're looking around and they didn't see anything. So they unloaded the excavator, and the guy, he was like, "Do you guys smell that?" And everyone's like, "I smell something." And they looked over the berm, and they caught the field on fire. the power line
Holy
actually
crap.
shot sparks, and it ignited because it's so hot and dry out.
Yeah.
It ignited the whole field, and he said all morning he was putting out a fire. So then he looked at the 480, and sure enough, the secondary lift cylinder, the arm, the rod is what hit the high voltage. I'm like, so we're gonna get that cylinder? He's like, oh yeah. So we're gonna have a cylinder that's, I think it was, I don't know what the high voltage is. I don't know what kind of current, but enough probably to damage the rod.
I'm sure somebody will tell us in TikTok.
Yeah, yeah. The comments are awesome.
Yeah, we love them.
We like
Keep them coming, please.
we like the comments. Everyone has something to say about everything, so it's fair. So and I give props to the people that are right, but then there's also the people that are wrong, and it's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean the trades. I mean that's all he did all day today was put out a fire. I was like, you didn't call the fire department? He's like, who knew? We are not gonna open up that can of worms. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, good thing you were able to contain it, because if you didn't contain it, I mean that he's like, it would have been an absolute show.
Yeah, I've been pretty rough.
They had all the fire extinguishers out there. They're kicking dirt, buckets of sand. I mean, it was. Yeah, he said he got it out, but after that, he was cooked. He was done for the day. They made sure the excavator can still move, but we'll probably be getting that cylinder. That's on a 480, so that's gonna be a big boy.
Gonna be a big one.
Well, a cylinder hit the table today. Came off of a 790, and I was like, I
Really?
didn't know we worked on mining equipment in Florida. If Dustin was here, he would tell you the head gland was easily that big. Our blue pipe wrench was too small
Really?
for the head gland, and we have was that a 5 foot or is that a 6 foot?
It's a
Pipe wrench?
5 foot.
The opening the jaws all the way up, it was too small. It wouldn't go around it. It was a.
What did we have to do with it?
They just wanted us to crack the head gland loose because they couldn't. We couldn't. We tried everything. We couldn't. Other than welding,
Yeah.
tabs on it to break it, we could not crack it. I offered him, I was like, our machine shop can crack it, if that's what you do. And he said, no, we're going to try one more thing, and if it don't work, then we'll call you back. So I'm expecting a call probably tomorrow on that one, because that girl was tough. He's like, it's never been opened.
I bet.
And I was like, I want to see a picture of this machine, because I've never seen
A
something.
790, you said?
Yeah. 780, 790, something like that. And I was like, oh my God. And it was a Komatsu.
Jeez.
So I'm like, oh my God. So some big stuff's been hitting the table, and it's like, all right. When he called up, he said, is your breakdown table stout? That's his wording. And I was like, yeah, what are you talking about? He's like, I got a big girl that we can't break the head gland loose. I'm like, what have you tried? And he told me he used the crane, he used the forklift. And I'm like, I don't know if we're going to do more than what you've done, but you can bring it by. Let's give it a whack, give it a college try. We heated the barrel. We did all the stuff, but that girl wasn't moving. Not one bit. Not even remotely. So, I mean, sometimes we do. I'm not going to consider that a fail, because I didn't charge him any money.
Yeah.
I was just trying to help him out to get him down the road to get it cracked, but just couldn't do it, not with what we've got. So I honestly don't think that cylinder would have fit in one of those tables that break head glands loose. I don't think it would fit. She was a big, dense girl. It was like this table in front of us, but it's a cylinder. It was short, but
It was huge.
beefy. And I was like, wow, that's a big what. And I think they said it was like a lift cylinder or something for it. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we probably are going to see it again. We've been landing contracts lately, some good contracts that are coming up. We get the holster people that we're going to be doing next week
Oh, yeah. I meant to ask you about that stuff.
for the holsters.
Yeah.
Yep. So we got to flip and turn that pretty quick, because that whole assembly line is going to be stopped until they get that cylinder back. So they're actually, what do they call it? Stacking their orders right now. They're stacking, making more than what they normally, so that when it is down, they can continue to produce. So that's why they needed like a week or two, so they can start stacking the order. So, when it comes to what we do, if you can get the dialogue to your customer and kind of plan for what they have to produce per day and fits your schedule, it all works out better instead of we can come there and then down the equipment and for an undetermined date because we don't know what seals are in it, where the seals are going to come from, blah blah blah. So and I told them it could be down for a couple of days, so let's prepare for it. So that's why we're doing it, kind of hugging up next to a weekend so that we can break it down and have that weekend time because our seal guys still send us seals over the weekend. So we're going to try to absorb some of that downtime through the weekend. So, we've been staying pretty busy. I think, very, very busy with everything going on. All right, so I sent you over a video earlier today, and it was just this random video on TikTok about this salesman at a Cadillac dealership, and did you see that video? And he was like, these are the 3 or 4 most expensive vehicles we have on the lot. And then the first one was a Denali Ultimate or Denali Platinum, whatever they call it, dually. And I think he said it was like $124,000. I'm like, it's pretty good. And then the next one was a Hummer, an EV Hummer. And that was like 140 or 150.
Those things are ridiculous.
Then he said it was the Cadillac Q or IQ.
Sure.
$180,000. And then the final one, he's like, this is the most expensive car we have on the lot. It was a Cadillac Escalade V.
Okay.
$240,000.
I mean, was it like a Hennessy?
No, it was just the V.
That was it.
That was it. If you watch the video, you're going to be like, that's why I sent it to you. I'm like, I didn't know the Cadillac Escalade Vs were that $250,000.
I didn't think they were $250,000. That's insane.
That's crazy. But it seems like everybody's coming out with these self-driving cars now.
Yeah, and I saw one of those all electric Escalades that you were talking about, but it was self-driving. And I didn't think it was. I thought somebody just like put ladders and equipment on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I turned next to it and there was nobody in the vehicle. That was insane.
It was completely autonomous?
There was nobody in it.
Wow. See, I mean, and I know we talk about it in episodes 1 through 13 so far, but the Tesla. So he has self-driving on the Tesla. And so I'll be in the car watching him drive. And I'm like, there's no way. I mean, call me old. There's no way that I can trust that. Driving, to me, is the feel of the car.
Yeah.
Is I'm in control. My age group was stick shift versus automatic. Automatic wasn't driving the car. The car drives itself. That was our self-driving, was an automatic.
Yeah.
So when you get in there and you have a clutch and you're stick shift, you are driving the car. But this self-driving, but you're talking about full autonomous?
Yeah. So apparently it's a common thing. Beth was talking about how they're doing the Jaguars.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of those lately.
They were
too.
all over. Where did we go?
Is that Vegas?
Vegas.
If I had to take a
No,
guess?
it was Vegas.
Yeah.
And they had autonomous Jaguars. And my question is, I don't know if I would get into a fully automated self-autonomous car.
You like, not a chance.
I don't know if I
door.
could. I'd be like, what would happen if you get into a wreck? What would you have no control, zero control.
What if you get pulled over?
I mean, I don't know.
Just
There's so
kidding.
much garbage. It looks like a Google car. There's so much garbage all over the cars.
It literally looks like it's just taking a bunch of photos and putting them on Google Maps or something like that.
Yeah, they have so much like sonar and radar.
It
and
looks
little
dumb.
things spinning on the back.
Yeah, it looks very dumb.
It's like,
It
this,
looks like one of those enough equipment on top of it as like one of those storm chaser vehicles.
would you get on a full self-autonomous car?
No,
I wouldn't either.
no, not a chance.
And, when I was driving the Tesla, I'm looking over and I see that button that says start self-driving or automatic driving. No, I'm good. I'm good because I would freak out at every turn, every stoplight, every stop sign, every a panic stop in front. I would freak out. I'd be like, "No, I'm good."
I will say this though, with some of the new technology, it's some of it's life saving stuff and gets you out of different situations. When I had my F-150, when Toby, who doesn't know Toby's my little mini dachshund, he's a little asshole. But when I
You could see him on Deep Diving in a Kraken.
probably
There, you did
oh
that.
yeah, I did that video.
Yeah,
where
he did a
show
video
me your
on it. You could,
wiener or
yeah,
something like that.
you could see the deep diving. You could just go to where's
But
deep diving?
Kraken
Is it TikTok?
hydraulics.
TikTok, Kraken
Yeah,
Hydraulics.
TikTok.
So Kraken Hydraulics on TikTok, you can see his Datsun.
But I was holding him. It was when he was like one of his first months being born or something like that. He was super little, but he fell. I was driving and he was looking out the window and he fell by my feet. And I was stopped at a stoplight. And for some dumbass reason, I let go of the brake pedal. And my F-150 alerted me and it stopped because it noticed that I was going to go into a vehicle.
Yeah.
That was the craziest thing to me.
I mean, the safety features are like that. And we talked about this, 2 episodes or last episode, where the vehicles talk to the dealerships and the manufacturers, and they do like the recall stuff, through airplane, stuff like that. There's certain features that are good, like that one.
Yeah.
But so I was watching this podcast, and these guys were talking about the same thing that we did, that we got so much shade thrown at us online about why do you think that's a bad thing. And I'm not saying that the recall stuff is a bad thing, that they do it online. It'd just be nice if I knew about it. But my big thing is with all the cameras, especially on the Teslas, but even the Fords, they have the 360 camera, the inside, the outside, front, back, roof, cargo, mirrors, all that. They can get into all that.
Yeah.
And all that's being recorded.
It's just like the flock camera stuff.
Did you know TikTok, you're able to call any TikTok video that you see, you can call that person on their phone, no matter what the age is.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary because when your babies are out there and they're and you get these grown men calling your babies, and I call, my youngest babies, calling them because of what they saw on TikTok and whether it's good or bad. We live in a scary world. And the less people can activate, with your cell phones, the myth is that they can activate the cameras and all that. I don't think it's a myth. I think
I think it's definitely real.
that's probably a real thing, but it's kind of like GoldenEye. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah.
The GoldenEye, all right. So it's kind of like that. That's what I'm talking about. So the self-autonomous driving is next level.
Yeah.
That's next level. Because I see him driving, with the automatic driving, and I'm like, just the other day, he actually touched the steering wheel and he was like driving, and I'm like, holy cow, you actually drive this car.
Look at you go.
But another video, and it was Frank, the sheriff out in Arizona, I think.
Oh, Slope or Slope?
Yeah, Frank Slope. And he pulled over a Tesla, and the poor driver couldn't figure out how to get into the glove box to give them the insurance and the paperwork. And he was just like, anytime today. And she's like, I'm trying. I can't do it. And he was like, well, and they had to Google search how to open up the glove box. And it's like, that's just not my thing. I like to have full control of a vehicle that could potentially kill somebody. I want full control of that. I don't want...
You want full control of killing somebody?
No, I want full control of the vehicle to prevent that. And when this person can't even open their glove box, it's like, what else can they not do in that car?
Yeah.
And it's not just Tesla. I'm sure it's probably like this full autonomous Cadillac. I could only imagine.
God only knows what else there is to it.
Yeah, it's the world we live in, though. I think the car craze, the Fast and Furious, these guys have never seen the movie Fast and Furious, which blows my mind. Much less some of the other motorcycle movies, that the corny ones.
Yeah.
You know, they probably never seen those, but
I'm kind of curious how many people actually still think that Brian's Evo Mitsubishi
yeah.
in Fast and Furious 2 is yellow.
We
Remember
did
that
have an
conversation?
argument. We did have an argument about that. A lot of people thought it was yellow, and it's not.
I hope this is a TikTok video. Comment below if you think his car was yellow or if it's green. There's only one right answer.
There is, because it is a House of Colors gold green.
I don't
It's like a
care.
lime green gold.
House of,
House of Colors,
what was the word after that?
lime green
There it is.
gold. But a lot of people think that it's yellow. And in that movie, in that scene, there was a yellow, what was it, a Viper?
Yep.
Yellow Viper. And it pulled in, and they're like, that's yellow. That's yellow. And I'm like, that is not yellow.
It's not yellow.
It's green. So, you know, but how many of that generation can point out a Mitsubishi Evo? What about a WRX STI? Anybody know what that is?
I bet you some of our listeners don't even know the make of that vehicle.
Of the WRX STI or the Evo?
Both.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, we get into there was someone online that said that the Supra, that's not a Toyota.
Oh, it's a BMW.
It's a BMW. It is. It's got BMW guts, but it still has Toyota badging.
Well, yeah, it's like the people that drive the Mustangs, but they put an LS in it.
Okay, let's talk about Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift, where they put a Nissan motor in the Mustang. It's like, is it still a Mustang or is it a Nissan?
Exactly.
It still is a Mustang. It just has the guts of a Nissan
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
it is what it is.
to make it drift. That's just car talk.
It's people's cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not
But-
mine.
You barely see cars like that on job sites. They won't make it, or they can't afford it. I mean, some of the rookies that are coming in, they're not making. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, if you're in construction, you make six figures." After a while, you will,
Yeah,
but-
once you've earned your stripes and everything.
but
out
not
in
off the
field.
clip. You're not going to. You're going to be on that shovel. You're going to be cleaning that toilet.
Holding that sign.
Cleaning that toilet.
I'm not cleaning no freaking urinal.
You know, holding that sign. The poor guys with the stop and the slow. They're getting replaced by the autonomous arm now with
Yeah.
the light.
I saw that thing.
You know, that was up there. So, you know, it is what it is. I think this is going to be a completely different world in 10, 20 years from now. And I'll be 60, 70, probably dead
Good
by
Lord.
then. Who knows? I don't know. But
I think you say yours that you're gonna die here soon in every episode so far.
yeah, well, this heat keeps kicking my butt like it's been doing. I might end up. They saw me earlier today. I was dying earlier today. By the way, so my wife calls from the hospital, and I'm telling her I'm dying and all that stuff. And she's like, "Well, what are you drinking?" I said, "Iced tea." And she's like, "You don't need to be drinking anything with ice cubes in it because it does something with your guts." Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And she's like, you need to drink electrolytes. I'm like, I've been drinking nothing but Gatorades and water. In fact, we went out to Longhorn Steakhouse the other night, and I normally order a Long Island or an old fashioned after old fashioned after old fashioned until it's time to go. And I looked at the waiter and I was like, ice water, keep them coming. The whole meal. I had nothing but water. I just trying to get hydrated. So there was a salt water electrolyte packs up there, and Smiley made me one. So I drank salt water.
How was it?
It was like salt water, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible.
It was probably like some unflavored electrolyte drink.
No, lemon lime.
Oh,
I had the lemon lime salt water, but it wasn't bad. But man, that was like it was like 600 grams of sodium or something in each pack.
that's a lot.
600 milligrams or grams.
Well, people think that if they drink that it's enough. I'm good. My gas tank's full. No, you need to balance that out with water. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm out there and you know, I'm not out in the trucks as much as you guys are anymore. I get it. but I'm still standing out there doing the stairs and the fence and all that in the direct sunlight for hours on end.
Yeah.
And I'll pound 6 to 8 Gatorades while I'm out there in a matter of 2, 3, 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's man, I cannot agree with you more. Where is fall?
Yeah. I cannot.
Where is fall? I see the Halloween decorations coming into the building stores, and spirits coming in.
I was just say spirits in Altamont.
Spirits coming in.
You know
yay.
where the rooms to go was?
Yeah.
Right there.
Nice.
Right.
Altamont Springs Spirit. We might have to go there this weekend. I
Yeah, I was
don't
just say people were coming in and out of there with bags.
Yeah.
So it's open.
Don't be buying up all the stuff. We need our shake on.
I don't know. I can't wait to turn my heater on in my van. God.
Yeah, it is a wonderful thing when you're a mobile mechanic and you have to turn the heat on. It's a wonderful thing. The tools got so hot on that pool deck doing those stairs.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick them up.
No, you
I
can't.
could not pick them up. They were too hot.
The equipment on the telehandler that I was working on with the cracked the solenoid manifold, I couldn't lean on it. I literally got a burn
Yeah.
from the machine. Just literally just putting my arm on it.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh my God." I literally had to go like squat, like I was squatting over a toilet
Yeah.
or a hole in the ground
Welcome to Florida in
to
August.
work on this machine.
But there's people out there that's, oh well, Florida's not the hottest state. Yes, it is. Look it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can fight me on that one.
Texas was like number 4. The one underneath us was
I was gonna say, I don't even think Arizona was.
Arizona was like number 8.
Yeah, I think it was like Louisiana.
I think it was
or something.
Louisiana
Yeah.
on that, and then Hawaii was on there too.
Louisiana just sucks.
Louisiana, it's all the southern states: Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Texas, and Hawaii. I know that was, and like Nevada was on there. Yeah, we're hot. It's just nuts, stupid hot. But anywho's, that's all I've got today. I'm sure we're trying to wrap things up early this week. We got some big things happening this weekend. Big things, so we're trying to get everything caught up in the shop and get everybody out to where they need to do what they need to do. We're gonna have a great weekend, and then we will catch you on episode 15.
15.
So this one will drop on Friday. Like we said earlier, pass us out. Have other people share it and all that other nonsense. If you have any questions, any comments, I know you guys have comments.
We know we get and opinions.
We know you've got comments, and that's fine. Bring it on. We don't mean any harm to anybody. I don't mean any harm to anybody. Let us know what you guys think and what we can talk about and all that nonsense. So until then, we'll see you next time for episode 15.
Yep. Stay hydrated.
Later.